Hi, this is Mahesh Shirur. So today I am going to explain you the problems that is continuous of the previous. Okay. So the problem is a symmetrical double T section has a flange width of 1200 mm and 40 mm thick. The overall depth of the beam is 1700 mm and thickness of each rib is 150 mm. The member is pre-stressed with an effective pre-stressing force of 7500 kN. The cables are located at a distance of 150 mm from the soffit. The characteristic strength of the concrete is 40 Newton per mm square. Assuming that the grouting is 100% effective, determine the ultimate moment of resistance of the section. Adopt IS 1343 code provisions. So it is a double T section having a single beam to the two columns. Okay. So overall depth is 1700 mm. Then breadth of the beam is 1200 mm. Depth of the flange is 140 mm. That is breadth of the beam is 1200 mm. Then width of the web is 150 mm for one T section. For another T section it is also 150 mm. Then effective depth is 1550 mm. Okay, from top to the center of a wire. So given P equal to 7500 kN, breadth of the web is 150 mm, FCK equal to 14 Newton per mm square, FCK equal to 14 Newton per mm square, FP is equal to 1600 Newton per mm square, depth of the flange is 140 mm, breadth of the flange is 1200 mm, then overall depth is 1700 mm, then effective depth is 1550 mm. Okay. So in this problem they are not given the AP, that is area pre-stressing. So as grouting is 100% effective, the beam is post tensioned. Okay. Therefore stress is equal to force upon area. So stress they are given 1600 Newton per mm square. So force it is 750 into 10, 7500 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area of pre-stressing. So AP is equal to 4687.5 mm. So you found the AP. So next is now let us assume, or I assume the neutral axis lies within the web, that is XU is greater than depth of the flange, that is neutral axis is greater than depth of the flange. So AP is area pre-stressing is equal to total area pre-stressing flange plus area pre-stressing web, so that we got 4687.5 mm. So total we got how much it is? See here, 4687.5 mm. Okay, we got the total area pre-stressing. So in this you have to find area pre-stressing flange and area pre-stressing web. So area pre-stressing flange is equal to 0.45 FCK breadth of the flange minus breadth of the web divided by depth of the flange divided by FP. So breadth of the web equal to as there are two sections, 2 into 150, each width is 150. So here see, so 150 into 150, that is 2 into 150, that is equal to 2 into 150 is 300 mm. So putting the above values in the formula, so 0.45 fck equal to 40, so breadth of the flange is 1200 mm, then breadth of the web is 300, the depth of the flange is 140, and Fp is given, that is 1600. So therefore APF equal to 1417.5 mm square. So now you have to find APF we got, and you have to find area of pre-stressing web, that is, so total area is 4687.5. we got APF, so we remove APW, so the APW is equal to 4687.5 minus of APF, so 1417.5. so we will get APW is equal to area pre-stressing web is equal to 3270 mm square. Then after this you have to find the effective reinforcement ratio. So that is effective reinforcement ratio is, see it is effective reinforcement ratio, it will be here. Then it is for pre-tension. Similarly it will be used for table number 12 also. So see here, effective reinforcement ratio table number 12 for unbonded. Okay, so APFP BD upon FCK, fine, IS 1343 1980. So APF AP into FP divided by BD into FCK is equal to area pre-stressing web plus FP into breadth of the web into depth into FCK. So if it lies at the web, then AP will become APW and breadth will become BW. So we got APW equal to how much? So 3270, FP is 1600 divided by breadth of the web is 300, then depth is, effective depth is 1550 into FCK equal to 40. So it comes to about 0.28. The value comes to about 0.28. So next, so from the table number 11, so we got for post tension, you have to check it. So it is post tension. So I will take this table number 11. So here effective bond APFP BD upon FCK. So here we got FP upon potential FP, pre-tension, post-tension. Similarly XU upon D, pre-tension and post-tension. So our value is 0.28. We got the value, that is effective reinforcement ratio is, so here it is 0.28. Okay, so for that value we have to find, so here see it is, we got in previously, that is 0.28 effective reinforcement ratio. Okay, so from the table number 11, so for this 0.28, okay, we got 0.25, 0.30. For 0.25 we got 0.488. So for 0.28 how much? So 0.3 equal to 0.558. So see table number 11. So we got the value 0.28. So it lies between 0.25 and 0.30. We got the value 0.8. It lies between 0.25 and 0.30. See, this is the effective reinforcement ratio. So as it is post tension, so post tension for FPU 0.87 FP we have to see this, and similarly for XU upon D, see XU upon D post tension you have to see this corresponding values. So see here 0.25, 0.9, 0.488, 0.3, 0.85, so 0.558 post tension. So P tension, because it is post tension you have to see only this post tension values. Okay, so see here we got 0.25 for 0.25 how much you got 0.488. So that is for XU upon D value. So similarly from that code 0.25, so how much it is 0.488, and for 0.30 0.558. so see here that value I have written here 0.25, 0.488, 0.30 is equal to 0.558. so for 0.28 how much, by interpolation you have to find. So after interpolating we get this value as 0.53. so that is XU upon D is equal to, this will be getting 0.53 XU upon D. Therefore XU is equal to 0.53 into effective depth, that is 0.53 into 1150. So XU equal to 0.53 into 1150, that is equal to 821.5 mm. So it comes to about 821.5 mm. So that is greater than depth of the flange. So the depth of the flange, here the depth of the flange is, see here it is 140 mm. Depth of the flange is 140 mm. So we got the value here, it is 821, greater than that, so greater than depth of the flange. Hence the assumption is correct. So previously assumed the value is, that is, see here, assume the neutral axis as at the web, so it is correct. So hence assumption is correct. And similarly to find FPU upon 0.87 FP. So for this value FP upon 0.87 FP, so corresponding 0.25, 0.9, 0.3, 0.85. So same thing I have written 0.25, 0.9, 0.3, 0.85. So for 0.25 how much it is, so you will getting interpolation 0.87. so FP equal to 0.87 into 0.87. okay, so here it is FP value you want, so 0.87 into 0.87 into FP, so 0.87 into 0.87 into 1600, so it comes to about 1211.0 Newton per mm square. So we know the formula, if it lies at the web, then moment of resistance MR equal to FPU APW into D minus 0.42 into XU plus FP into APF into D minus DF divided by 2. So FP value got 1211 into APW is 3270 into diaphragm depth is 1550 minus 0.42 into XU is, we got here 821.5 mm plus FP is 1600 into APF is equal to 1417.5, then effective depth is 1150 minus depth of the flange is 140 divided by 2. So MU equal to 818.3 kilo Newton. So next I will continue next problems. Thank you.